Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome back to the channel. That's all right. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I am actually sat in Mill Road in Arundel, taking up parking spaces, obviously, and not spending my money in the town because we are boycotting the town. But as you are allowed to park here up until 10 o'clock at night from 9 in the morning, then we will take advantage of that because it is pretty here. Look, there's my view from the front. It's a lovely sunny day. Across there I've got a nice little bit of a river and there's some ducks flying around and floating around in places. And from this window I've got more lovely views and there's gorgeous walks around here and everything. So yeah, like why not? So I can stay here all day, no problem. I can park here. I've had my breakfast. I'm going to get a shower in a minute. And I've been cleaning the van and doing jobs on the van, all that stuff. And then I shall move off in the evening and park somewhere else. Whereas, not always, but sometimes we would stay here. We never stay here long term, but we would stay here maybe a couple of days and we would go into the town and we would have a meal out in the pub. And we'd certainly do some shopping in the Co-op, Morrison's. Sometimes go around the antique shops and have a look and see if there's anything we fancy. But now we're not even going to go down into town at all, bother at all. We'll come here, use it as a daytime park up, go, because there's some lovely walks here. You would have seen in past videos, if you are a follower of the channel, that I've done a lot of videos here because we do come here frequently, but never long-term stay. And there is some great places to go here, the lake, and there's wetlands, and so we'll use it for that, no problem. But we are, I wouldn't say consciously boycotting the town, but we've got no reason to use the town. Because we would have used it to go out in the evening. I have noticed that a few vans are doing that and coming here in the daytime and going elsewhere and parking in the evening, coming back in the daytime. So it doesn't really solve anything. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm getting some filthy looks as well off of people. I've got all my van open because I think, why not? I'm just enjoying it like anybody else would enjoy it, and I'm getting some filthy looks, people pointing. And all sorts. The vibe is completely changed down here, it really has. I mean, it used to be vibrant, especially when the weather's nice like this, and there'd be people walking up and down and lots of cars and stuff, and it's just empty, which kind of says it all, really. But anyway, I'm only talking about this place because that's where I am today. I'm just vlogging today and this is where I am today. We've stayed in this area for a little while because Tracy's ill, so it's we just didn't want to move around too much. But we have moved from the road we was in. We've come down here today, and then I've got to go to work tonight anyway, and I'll put Tracy somewhere else out the way while I go to work for the next 2 nights. And then we'll probably head somewhere else anyway. And next week we're going to go to a campsite for a few days, just so Tracy can get some proper rest, and the weather's going to be nice, so we can just proper chill out for next week before she goes back to work. Still can't get over how quiet it is. It was never like this ever. I don't know what effects that's having on the town. Anyway, but what I have noticed, I mean, we've been doing this for 2 years now, full time. Proper full-time as well. We don't have a house to go back to. We don't rent a house out or anything like that. We don't have any house whatsoever. Obviously my parents have houses, but you know, that's their houses, isn't it? So this is our home full-time. And when we first started doing it, it just seemed to be cool. You know, everyone was cool about it. Over the last couple of years, there seems to be this, I don't know, this hate towards people living in vans. I don't know whether it's because social media or the powers above us, you know, are doing that on purpose, whether it's some kind of bigger plan to get people into 15-minute cities and all that kind of thing, keep people under control. But like I've said before, if the councils put in some kind of facilities for van lifers, then I'm pretty sure most of us wouldn't mind paying some kind of tax. Which, you know, and people go, how are they going to do that? Well, if they put in Alson points in public car parks, for instance, or where public toilets are, somewhere you can dump your waste responsibly. I'm not saying we don't dump our waste responsibly. We do dump our waste responsibly. And you can fill up your water and even get a bit of electric, you know, and you charge people for that, right? which covers, you know, the upkeep, the cost of it. You get the money back. Because more and more people doing van life, more and more people, you know, a lot of people choose to do it like we do, but a lot of people are forced into it. You know, you've got to give, you know, you've got to look after people, right? Communities, let's all look after each other here. But I definitely feel like it's becoming like an us and them situation. Governments or councils are very, very sneaky as well. If you watch Rose Home and what he's doing, there's a protest going on in Morcombe at the moment that he's organising. He's my hero, man, for doing that. It's about time people started standing up, and I really wished I wanted to be there, but I can't be there. It's April 12th. I'll put a link in the description to his channel if you want to check it out. You can go down there. It's a peaceful protest about all this. And he walked around and interviewed all the local businesses and stuff, and not one of them had any clue that parking restrictions were going to come in. Nobody had been contacted by the council whatsoever to give their opinion. And when he asked them, well, you know, do you think, you know, whether they had a problem with motorhomes and camper vans parking up there, they got no problem at all. And actually, some of them come in and use our business, you know, like cafes and things like that. So they're going to lose that, right? And I know, you know, some people do take the mick and they do leave a mess and they stay too long and all that sort of thing, but it's a minority. And to be honest, and what I've experienced and lots of other van lifers have experienced, it's people in cars that leave the most mess. You see, I've seen it happen. And last summer, me and Tracy were parked up at Preston Park, enjoying a lovely day. A young couple come along with a barbecue, a disposable barbecue, which was still alight, put it next to the bin and walked off and left it there. And it was all smoking, and then people were running around going, whoa, this bin's going to catch fire. Luckily, we were there to run over. I filled up a bowl of water and chucked a bowl of water over it. And this woman walking the dog was like, oh, thank goodness you were here, because I don't know what would have happened. People were panicking, like, you know, it was just about to go up, you know, in flames. These young people walked off, you know. So, and it's not van life. Real van lifers don't leave a mess. They don't do the things that people are accusing us of doing. Oh, I'm going to put you there because you're hurting my arm. But anyway, the point is, I think there needs to be, you know, we need to stop this war. I don't know, is it a war on van life? I don't know if anybody's coined the phrase yet, you know what I mean? But this hatred that people are starting to get for people living in vans or living alternate lifestyles, because they're led to believe that we're freeloading somehow, or, you know, ruining the environment. I don't know. It's because it goes against what they're doing, or like they're paying to keep us in some way, which is absolutely ridiculous. And like in my last video, I said about people lying on social media, blatantly lying about van lifers, and I've got video evidence of that. I don't know what people think we're doing, you know. Anyway, I think we need to get back to people just accepting what you're doing, as long as you're not doing anything wrong. I accept the fact that if you're doing something wrong, if you are leaving a mess, if you are dumping your toilet waste in the river, and then yeah, that should be dealt with, definitely. But you don't have to penalise every single person that's living in a van or a car or whatever, a motorhome, just because some people are doing things. And I'll tell you another story as well. We were parked in our other park up, which we've been, you know, going backwards and forwards from since the restrictions here, and I'm sat here. They obviously can't see in because I've got my nets up and everything, and a man pulled up in his car, got out of his car, walked around to the tree that we were parked next to, took a pee, got in his car and drove off again. So now the place stinks like pee. So people are going to walk down there, go, this place stinks like pee. Got to be the van, innit? Got to be the people in the van. So, and that was someone in a car. I don't need to do that. I've got a toilet, right? Anyway, I'm not blaming all car drivers either. I mean, this is what has to stop, doesn't it? It's just this blame. I mean, I've lived in houses all my life, and you don't get on with neighbours for whatever reason. They don't like what you're doing, they don't like what noise you're making, they don't like what car you drive, they don't like where you park, you don't like anything, you know, you get it all the time. The great thing about living in a van is I can just drive away. leave you to it. But I'm not going to be made to feel uncomfortable when I'm parked and I'm not doing anything wrong. It's getting on my nerves. Anyway, I'm going to stop moaning like a baby girl. Just get on with it. I don't know what else to say, really. I mean, I keep saying I'm going to do... I don't worry, I'm going to do a positive video next time. But it's just the way it is at the moment. There's such a weird vibe going on at the moment. It's so quiet. It's just so quiet. It's weird. But it's not just here. It seems to be everywhere. And when I go on social media or go on YouTube and everybody is saying the same thing, it's like they're just trying... I don't know, they're just trying to build up like this hatred towards us. And a lot of it is nonsense, all this leaving rubbish and stuff. And in 2 years I've been doing this, I haven't never witnessed anybody leaving any rubbish anywhere or emptying their human waste onto the ground or into a bush. I've never seen it. And that's 2 years, over 700 days on the road, parking up in all kinds of places. I've never seen a mess, never seen anybody do anything. So how much of it is true, I don't know. Anyway, I love you and leave you. God bless you. I promise I'll do better. See you in the next one.
We'll ride these roads forever, side by side we'll chase the sweetest moments whispered in our little space. With laughter and loving every turn we take, this thing called amazing race, no chance we'll break.